Imagine waking up tomorrow to discover that the United States and Kiribati had magically switched places on the globe. This tiny Pacific island nation, now sitting between Canada and Mexico, would create one of the most fascinating geographical shakeups in history. Picture this. The sprawling American cities, highways, and farmlands suddenly scattered across the central Pacific, forming a massive archipelago where Kiribati once was. New York City's skyline would rise from crystal-clear waters, with Wall Street traders looking out their windows at paradise-like lagoons instead of concrete jungles. But here's where things get really interesting. Kiribati, with its total land area of just 313 square miles, roughly the size of New York City, would now have to somehow accommodate 330 million Americans. Meanwhile, the 120,000 Kiribati people would find themselves with an enormous amount of space, inheriting cities, mountains, deserts, and forests spanning over 3.8 million square miles. The climate changes would be dramatic. Americans would have to adapt to living in a tropical paradise year-round, saying goodbye to winter coats and snow shovels. The Kiribati, used to temperatures hovering around 80-degree years, would experience their first snowfall in places like Minnesota and face the scorching heat of Arizona's deserts. Think about the economic implications. Kiribati, currently dealing with rising sea levels threatening their existence, would suddenly become one of the world's largest economies by land area. They'd have access to vast natural resources, advanced infrastructure, and major industrial centers. The United States, meanwhile, would need to completely reimagine its economy around island life, potentially becoming a tourism and maritime powerhouse. The cultural impact would be fascinating, too. Imagine the blend of Kiribati's traditional Pacific Islander culture spreading across the North American continent, while American culture adapts to life on tropical atolls. 4th of July celebrations might feature traditional Kiribati dance instead of fireworks, and traditional Kiribati ceremonies might now take place in the middle of Times Square. But perhaps the most profound change would be in global politics. The United States, now a Pacific Island nation, would have a completely different relationship with its neighbors and would face new challenges in maintaining its global influence. Kiribati, on the other hand, would suddenly share borders with Canada and Mexico, potentially becoming a new superpower with its vast inherited resources and strategic location. This geographical swap would fundamentally change how both nations approach environmental issues, too. The U.S. would gain first-hand experience of rising sea levels threatening island nations, while Kiribati would have to grapple with managing continental-scale environmental challenges like forest fires and river systems. It's a thought experiment that really makes you appreciate how geography shapes a nation's destiny, and how the challenges and opportunities each country faces are so deeply tied to their location on our planet. What seems impossible for one nation might be another's everyday reality, and sometimes it takes an imaginative swap like this to truly understand that.